Hi guys, this is your host and host Suhail Mathur, best-selling author and co-founder of the Book Bakers Literary Agency, and I welcome you to a brand new episode of Superstars with Suhail. And the superstar over here today with us is someone who dons multiple hats. She's been an international radio jockey, she's been a columnist right from Miss Malini to writing for Oprah's magazine, and she is a best-selling author with so many successful books till date, and now is a corporate professional with one of India's leading audio platforms. So without further ado, let me introduce my very dear friend Anjali Kirpalani. Anjali, welcome to Superstars with Suhail.
Thank you so much, Sahil.
Yes, and one of the other things that I must tell you is that she was the first ever moderator for any literary festival that I attended. So there are always fond memories over there. So welcome to Superstars with Suhail, and the questions over here will be sharp, and I hope the responses will be sharper. And I'll just tell you what the format of our show is. So we have 13 segments in this show, and you just need to keep three things in mind. So number one, you have to be quick and fast. Number two, you have to be frank and honest. And number three, nothing that comes your way should shock you. So with those three things firmly in place, let us commence our first segment, which is called Pehli Pehli Baar Hai. So now, Anjali, in Pehli Pehli Baar Hai, we'll ask you 5 of your firsts, and you have to respond and give a little background to it so that our viewers can understand. So here goes the first of your first. Your first crush.
My first crush was a family friend while I was growing up.
All right.
I'm not going to give names because then he might watch it.
No, that's all right. So when was this? How old were you? And did he eventually get to know?
I was a teenager. I doubt he knew. And I think I also kind of didn't really... I knew that if nothing was going to come out of it, it was just like fun to kind of have this khayali pulao, I think.
All right. But the poor guy still doesn't know, right?
Yes, I hope so actually, because I think it's actually mortifying now when I think about it, because it's okay. I'm happy if he doesn't know.
All right. Your first salary, and how did you spend it?
My first salary was in South Africa. I was a lecturer. Funny enough, that was the first job I had.
Right.
And so it was in rands. I don't remember the amount now. But how I spent it was shopping, clothes and shoes, my weakness.
Wonderful. Great. Your first vehicle?
My first vehicle was vehicle, right? So cycle when I was like 6. That was gifted to me by my family, and
And the first one you bought? The first one you bought?
The first one I bought was car but it was like a joint thing, like joint savings. So that was probably when I was in my 20s.
Okay, and which vehicle was it?
That was it was a Maruti something. Sorry, I'm very bad with cars. And just as long as it moves. So as you can see, for me, I'd pick clothes over like cars. So I'm just like, I need a vehicle that moves.
All right. Your first literary memory, or something you associate with the world of literature, your earliest memory regarding it?
I think it has to be my book launch for my very first book, which was Never Say Never. It was launched at Crossword Juhu, and I think that excitement, and it was literally like 2 days after my birthday, so I was very excited. I just turned 26, and I went to Crossword Juhu on the day, and there was a big poster which said the launch of Never Say Never, and I've taken pictures with it, and it was like, so I will never forget that day. And I had colleagues come in, people, everyone there.
I think everyone will Google when that book released to ascertain your age. Okay. So the last one in the first segment is, how did the idea of your first book with the Book Bakers germinate? So your first book, of course, with us was the Tinseltown Affair. So why didn't you tell us how did the idea of that come about?
Yeah. So I think for a writer, your mind is constantly working. And I literally remember waking up one day with this idea of this girl who wants to become an actress, and she moves from Chandigarh to Mumbai. And how she kind of whether she makes the dream come true or not, but the crazy journey that she has. And I knew I wanted it to be funny, because I think there's a lot to be said about actors' struggles, and it can get depressing at points, right? When a person is trying so hard and they're not making it. But I've always believed in seeing the lighter side of things, and always believed in laughing. And I do that even with my own struggles, and I have in the last few years, that for the number of things that have worked out, I think a lot more have not worked out.
Okay.
But it's just that you have to have a sense of perspective and be able to laugh at things and realize, okay, I got experience from this. Everything's an experience. So I wanted it to kind of have that feel. Yeah, so I think the idea literally came to me probably in a dream, because I woke up and I was like, oh, this could be an interesting idea. And I remember running it by like 2 or 3 people that I'm close to, and they said, yeah, it's a good idea, you should get it.
I think it's a fantastic book, and the amount of love that the book has received. You were at a school recently, and I think the book sold like hotcakes, and you've again gone to so many bookstores, festivals to promote it, and the response has been fabulous. And yes, it's a book that I'm very proud of, and I know in my heart of hearts that is a book that will one day for sure have a visual adaptation. I just know it, I just feel it. So
yeah, aapke muh mein ghee shakkar is all I'll say.
Thank you. I'm hopeful. Yes. So that brings us to our second segment, which is called the Rocking Rapid Fire. So I'll ask you 10 questions, and you have to respond to it in a rocking and a rapid manner. So here goes. The first of your 10. A movie you saw on the sly from your parents.
Ooh, American Pie.
Wow.
I remember. Yeah.
American Pie seems to be the hot answer because
yes. And I was like,
you're the
15,
third person.
16, and 15, 16, and we had video cassettes at that time, and I watched it when my parents were out, and then I was so scared that they might come at any point, so I better finish this movie quickly. So yeah.
Nice. But you're the third person on this show who's mentioned American Pie. In fact, just before this interview, I was also interviewing Manas, and he also said American Pie. So I guess people in the same age group have the similar movie that they also on the sly. So all right. And pie also rhymes with sly, so it's good. Okay, so an Indian male author or someone from the literary fraternity you find handsome.
Ooh, that's okay, SUHAIL, I'll say you.
Oh, that's
so
a safe one. That's a safe one.
Okay, I think Joy Datta is good looking. Everyone agrees. And in fact, funny story. My first book, actually, he was the one who read it first because at that time that was with Grapevine. And he actually told me that he messaged me saying, I really enjoyed reading your book. And then I met him in person, and he's, along with being, very good looking, he's also a very nice person. So I think, yes, good Joy Datta.
Right. So we also interviewed Shraddha recently, and she also mentioned Joy. So
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Commercial success or critical acclaim?
Both. Why does it have to be one of these?
That's the nature of the show.
Commercial success.
Yes, that's the right one, I guess. Book launches or lit fest?
Oh, come on. These are tough questions. I like both, but maybe book launches because you feel special, I think, on the day. Yeah.
I was going to say that at book launches, it's your book. On literary festivals, you may sometimes have to moderate someone else. So obviously, book launches.
Yeah.
Okay, who's hotter, man in a suit or man in a swimming trunk?
Suit. Yeah, right. Suit up, a nice sharp suit for sure.
All right. An Indian actor you would like to date?
Aditya Roy Kapoor. It's always been Aditya Roy Kapoor. And I actually have met him once, and he was very sweet to talk to. So yes.
All right, nice. He was quite good in The Night Manager also, and I think the second part of it is going to come out in a couple of days. So I don't know when this is aired, but whenever you guys are watching it, you can ascertain when this was shot. Right. All right. Naughty or nice? What do you prefer?
Actually, I personally am a little bit of both because I don't like being a complete goody two shoes, but I don't like being an absolute vamp either, and I feel like little bit shades of grey. Like that's what makes life interesting. So this is a tough one. I'd say naughtily nice.
Naughtily nice. Okay, movies or web series?
Movies. Always that was the first love for anyone growing up as well as me. Movies. Yeah.
Okay. An Indian book you wish you had written?
Indian book I wish I had written. Oh, that's a tough one. But The Namesake by Kirpalani. I love it because firstly I've lived outside of India also, so I related so much to the whole NRI thing of fitting in. So I just was like, wow, I wish I had written something like this. Yeah.
Fair enough. The final one: mind, body, or soul? The aspect that impresses you the most?
mind. Always, it's always been the mind. And I also appreciate people who appreciate my mind. So even when I was younger, a guy who compliments your looks is like, theek hai. But someone who says, oh, you're like smart or you're so funny, and that is what I like. I consider a better compliment.
Yeah, nice. That's wonderful. So anyone who wants to compliment Anjali, the drill, and you can do the needful. So that brings me to segment 3, which is a very fun segment called Poocho To Jaane. So now, Anjali, in segment 3, Poocho To Jaane, what has happened is that one of the authors from the book Bakers has asked you a surprise question. So not only do you have to answer that, you also have to guess who has asked you that question. So for that part, I would be giving you 3 options, and you have to then let me know who's asked it. So this part also has a 3 Idiots connotation. So if you are able to answer in the first clue, you are like Rancho, Amir Khan, topper of the class. If you answer in the second go, you are like Farhan, Madhavan, somewhere in the middle. And if you answer at the end, then you are like Raju Sharman Joshi, where you may not want to be. Alright, so without further ado, here is your question, and a very interesting one. If on a particular day and time, your husband and a leading publisher with whom you've been wanting to approach for your next book both want to take you out for dinner, who will you go out with?
My leading publisher, obviously. And because husband says meeting going for dinner, and I'm sure he'll understand also because support your career.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just the perfect answer as it should have been. So good response. And now you have to tell me who's asked you this question. So you have 3 options. Has this question been asked to you by Rashima Verma? Has this question been asked to you by Sujata Parashar? Or has this question been asked to you by Shaurya Arya Kanodia?
I think it's Rashima.
And you're absolutely wrong. Rashima hasn't asked you.
I'm wrong. Oh shoot.
Rashima hasn't asked that. Okay. So Sujata or Shaurya, who's asked you this question?
This is Shaurya. I hope now that's right.
I must congratulate you for becoming Raju of the class because it was asked by Sujata.
Oh God! Oh, this is a tough one. Okay. Because actually, it could have come from anyone. This was a tough one.
I know. Which is the intention, right? We want to see that you answer wrong. So, okay.
It's fine. I like Raju. He was also fun. Okay.
He was fun. Yes. So you are a Raju of the class, but a great question being asked by Sujata over there. So well done. Which brings me to segment number 4, which is called Best and the Worst. The best and the worst, as the name suggests, I'm going to ask you a few of your favorite things and a few things you completely abhor. So, here we go. Your favorite dish?
Pasta or pizza or pasta, Italian.
Alright. The yuckiest dish you've ever had?
Bengan ka bhar. Not a bengan fan.
Okay. Your favorite film?
My favorite film is, oh God, pressure. Love Actually. I love Love Actually.
Alright. Worst movie ever seen?
Worst movie ever seen was the movie which had Yariyan, Aaj Blue Hai Pani Pani. Oh my God.
Okay. That song was good though.
The song was good. The movie was terrible.
Okay. Your favorite actor?
My favorite actor is Amir Khan. Has always been.
Alright. The best film and the worst film of your favorite actor?
So Amir Khan's best film is he's got an actually amazing collection of films to choose from. Yeah. But I think for me, Tare Zameen Par I loved it, and his worst film was Dhoom 3. Yeah.
In fact, I was going to a village one day, and I saw that there were those wires, electrical wires, telephone wires. All of them were lying on the street. They were cut and they were lying on the street.
Yeah.
So that was one time when I remembered Tare Zameen Par. So
yeah.
Okay.
So random. I was wondering where the story is going. Okay, didn't see it going there at all, but great.
Okay. So your favorite song?
My favorite song is She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5.
Alright. And a hit or a popular song that you don't like or didn't like?
A lot of these item songs, yeah, are terrible. That Atta Maji Satakli or whatever, which I
Okay.
got of that was so bad.
From the second Singham movie, Singham Returns.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Your least favorite actor?
My least favorite actor, I might offend people, but I'm not a Kartik Aaryan fan. I feel like he's a little overrated.
Okay.
So I would.
The worst movie of your least favorite actor?
The worst movie that Kartik Aaryan has done. Was he in Yariya? No, he was.
No.
Was he?
No.
Okay. The worst movie he's done. I think that. Oh yeah, that Love Aajkal Part 2. Right?
Okay.
I couldn't even watch it. I watched 10 minutes of it.
Okay. Best thing about your spouse?
Best thing about my spouse is that he's always ready to help people. So he will go out of his way to help everyone. That's something I really admire.
And the last one on the list, a thing you want to improve in your spouse?
I think I want to improve in my spouse is I think I want him to be a little more calm, because he's someone who gets a little worked up when things like don't go right, and I'm the calmer one. So yeah,
okay. Fair enough. So well done. That gives us time to move to segment 5 now, which is a very interesting one, which is called Dimag Ka Dahi. So now in Dimag Ka Dahi, we'd be asking you a brain teaser, and you have to very quickly respond to it. So fair and simple.
Oh God, I better get this right, otherwise people think I really am like this Raju.
No.
Okay,
so we'll ask you one, but if I'm in the mood, I may just ask you two. So here it is. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a long one. Michael J. Fox has a small one. Madonna doesn't have one, and the Pope doesn't need one. What?
Oh my gosh. What? Wait. Madonna doesn't have one. Arnold doesn't have one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has a long one. Michael J. Fox has a small one. Madonna doesn't have one, and the Pope doesn't need one.
Shoes? I know that's stupid. I don't know. Hat? I don't know. Because obviously can't be the pervy thing that first comes to mind.
So the answer is a surname.
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has a long one. Michael J. Fox has a small one. Madonna doesn't have one, and the Pope doesn't need it. It's a surname. But we all like the direction you were taking, so well done on that. Okay, yeah. And just in case you want to redeem yourself, we'll ask you another one. So here is the question. So एक बार एक गूंगा एक दुकान पे जाता है, उसको टूथब्रश चाहिए होता है, ठीक है? So he goes and he does this to the shopkeeper. Now shopkeeper is very intelligent. He gets to know that he needs a toothbrush. वो उसको टूथब्रश दे देता है. थोड़ी देर बाद वहाँ पे एक अंधा आता है, उसको सनग्लासेस चाहिए होती हैं. कैसे मांगेगा?
Under sunglasses. So he'll ask for sunglasses. He's not Gunga.
Well done. So finally, you've redeemed yourself. You've redeemed yourself. So you should thank us because we asked you another question so that you could redeem yourself. Yes, but well done. That is a good answer, and brings us to another fun segment, which I think will be really fun in your case. Is segment number 6, which is Never Have I Ever. So in Never Have I Ever, you know the drill. What you need to do is, you need to show us your 10 fingers, and I'll ask you 10 questions. So which, with everything that you've done, we can't see your 10 fingers. We can see one hand.
Can you see them now?
Yeah, now we can see. Now we can see 7 of them, 8 of them.
Okay,
now we can see all 10. Okay. So with everything that you've done, you put a finger down, and if you've not done something, you let me know. I will move to the next one. Okay, and then let's see what is the percentage you garner. So here we go. Never have I ever stolen in a shop.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So what? But if I've not done, yeah, I don't put.
Then you keep it intact. Yeah. Beaten someone from the opposite gender.
Yeah, my cousin or something.
Kissed someone from the same gender.
I have as a bachelorette.
Okay, interesting. Made an excuse to not pay the restaurant bill.
No.
Okay. Stalked the profile of an ex. Okay. Got drunk at a party. Had naughty thoughts about an office colleague.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, obviously. I said we are going to have a fun round. I just knew it. Okay. Kissed in public.
PDA is like normal.
Yeah. Used a pickup line to impress someone.
No.
Okay. Lied about your actual location to someone. Alright, so 7 on 10, not bad, 70%. You've done some very interesting things. Of course, the bachelorette answer takes the cake. But yeah, would you like to explain a little since you only mentioned the bachelorette? Why don't you just tell us what that was all about?
Yeah. I mean, we were playing a game, I think it was a dare game or something, and I was there to kiss a girl, one of our friends at the bar. Actually, I didn't even know her that well, a friend of a friend. But I'm not one to back down from a dare, so I was like, sure. And it obviously wasn't like a very long one, it was more like a but kiya to hai.
But Nani, very good. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, and we must applaud you for that. Well done, Anjali. And that brings me to segment 7, which is my personal favorite. It's called Main Hu Kaun. So now in Main Hu Kaun, I will be giving you 3 clues about a personality, and you have to tell me who that personality is. So if you're able to answer in the first or even the second clue, you receive a benefit that will accrue in one of the forthcoming rounds. In case, however, you give a wrong answer, then you will also be liable to a penalty. But in case you do not know the answer, you can ask me to ask you the next clue, and you can say pass and I'll give you the next clue. But of course, in the third chance, you can take a wild guess. There are no penalties, but no benefits either. Alright? So here goes your personality's first clue. Owing to my family's cultural diversity, my grandfather represented England in his chosen field of work. My father represented India, while my uncle has represented Pakistan. Funnily, all 3 being associated with the same profession of my grandfather at some point of time in their lives.
Is it Saif Ali Khan? Or SUHAIL? No? Yes, no.
Okay, maybe I'll give you another clue and then you can choose. Despite being an actor, my first major award came in an entirely different cultural field, a field where my husband later collaborated with me as well.
Is SUHAIL Khan?
Yes, that is the right answer. Yes, Soha. And we asked you that question because, ladies and gentlemen, SUHAIL Khan actually launched one of Anjali's books. So Anjali, well done. You actually got it right in the first attempt, because at that point of time it could be either Saif or Soha or even Sabah for that matter. But yes, Iftikhar Ali Khan Patodi first played for England and then he played for India. Mansoor Ali Khan, of course, played for India. Shahryar Khan is the uncle who was a diplomat in Pakistan, and he was also associated with the cricketing activities in the late 90s for the Pakistani team. So wonderful. And of course, Kunal Khemu has collaborated with Soha on a book, and and she won the crossword award for her book. So well done, and you definitely have a benefit up your sleeve as things move ahead. And that brings me to segment 8, which is called Picture Abhi Baki Hai Mere Dost. So Anjali, in Picture Abhi Baki Hai Mere Dost, what we do is that we ask our author about their dream cast for a book adaptation. So since we spoke about the Tinseltown affair and how much I feel it can be turned into a movie, the question is that if you had to have a cast for that movie, who would play the titular roles? Who would play Meghna? Who would play Karthik? No, what was his name? Karan.
No, Meghna, Kabir.
Meghna, Kabir.
Yes.
Meghna.
See,
and
why would
Kabir.
I name my character Karthik? I just told you, like.
Yeah. I was thinking it was something with K. Yeah, Meghna and Kabir. So who would you cast?
So Kabir, probably Aditya Roy Kapoor, because he's this tall, handsome, suave, right?
Right.
I have this thing. Yeah, these tall, handsome men. Or maybe even Siddharth Malhotra would actually fit that look. The look I have, at least in my head.
Or maybe you could combine the two, like Vidya Balan did, and you can get Siddharth Roy Kapoor.
Oh yeah, please.
Siddharth Malhotra plus Aditya Roy Kapoor.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And for the girl, she's like someone she's supposed to be, she's pretty and attractive and everything, but also like this ground. Who would play? This one is a little tricky. Let's see. So maybe I like Kiara a lot as an actor, so maybe a Kiara. And then of course Kiara and Siddharth. Oh wow, dream cast. I hope people are listening. This is like, let's make this happen.
Absolutely. And so that's a great cast, but that's something that you've decided. Things move a little differently in our world. So what we've done is that we've created 2 chit boxes. One has the names of male actors, the other of lady actors, and we'll swirl this. You have to ask us to stop. Then I'll pick out 3 chits, and out of those 3, you have to tell me which chit you want, and whatever is the name becomes your cast. Okay. So we'll start with the girl first because she's the main character.
Yes.
So let's start with her. You let me know when you would want me to stop.
Okay, stop.
Okay. So let's pick out 3. That is 1. That is 2. And that is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Which one?
2.
So we have 2 over here. And for the guys now. So let's do it.
Stop.
Okay. So okay. That is 1. I think 1 only. Yeah. Okay. That is 2. And what else? Let me see. That is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Which one?
3.
Okay. So let us see what your cast is. Okay, your cast is quite nice actually. So the role of the hero would be played by Ranveer Singh.
Oh, right. I like Ranveer Singh.
Yes, it would be played by Ranveer Singh, and the role of the lady would be played by Urvashi Rautela.
Oh, okay. No comment.
But she's at least pretty. She's pretty.
She's pretty.
Yes. So
can you tell me what were the other options? 1 and 3.
No, I didn't check. I didn't check. I just put them back.
Achha.
So from the corner of 1, I was able to see the first name in the heroines. If you would have chosen that, it would have been really amazing because I saw a little. It was Vidya Balan. Okay, so then you would have had the Siddharth Roy Kapoor thing coming in, but obviously we are absolutely fair and honest in this game, so we didn't see the others coming in. But yes, so well done, and I think it's a good enough cast to make it a hit. So Ranveer would definitely drive in a lot of people. So which brings me to segment 9, which is called What Would You Do? And in What Would You Do, I'll be asking you 10 things, and you have to tell me what would you do if you woke up as Rakhi Sawant.
Oh God, if I woke up as Rakhi Sawant, I would say, oh, Jijas, because that's how she talks.
Okay. If Urfi Javed was your fashion designer.
Oh God, I would tell her to design something. I don't mind her quirky designs, but please cover the appropriate parts for me because I can't be as daring as her in the dress.
Okay, alright. If you became the Prime Minister for a day.
If I became the Prime Minister for the day, wow, so much power. But I would definitely do something about homelessness. Try and sort of do something about it because it is very heartbreaking to see like homeless people cross whenever you're out and about.
True, and you know, considering the extreme weather, when you see in Delhi's heat, people stay out, or even in the freezing cold.
Heat, winter, exactly.
Yeah. It is. So well done. If Sunny Leone approached you to play you in your biopic, what would you tell her?
I would tell her go for it, but maybe just like work on the acting skills a little.
Bit more. All right. If you had the power of invisibility.
Oh wow! If I had the power of invisibility, that's awesome. I would just like travel across the world. I would be in like all the airplanes, going to all the cool exotic destinations, and fulfill my dream of seeing the world. That is my number one thing. And then, of course, go to friends and family's houses also and kind of see what people are talking about.
All right. If your cell phone fell into the toilet.
So, by the way, funny enough, this has happened to me. It's very unfortunate. And it, like gross as it was, I took it with the tissue paper. I took it out and the phone was ruined. So it was a sad thing when it happened.
Sad.
So I don't even have to imagine this has happened. Yeah.
Okay, if God came in front of you,
God came in front of me, I would just ask God to give me a peaceful, happy life. Just take away all the issues and all the problems because I just want to be happy. That's my
all right.
goal.
If you were swimming and someone stole your clothes,
For swimming and someone stole my clothes, I would try and be creative. It depends where I'm swimming. You're like not telling me where I'm
Then-
swimming. Is it a lake? Is it?
that's up to you. We've left that, so we are good
Yeah.
people. So
Well,
you can
I
be
would-
swimming in a club also. So that's okay.
I would call someone.
Urfi
I
Javed.
would
You would
ask
call
them-
Urfi Javed for one of her designs.
Like Urfi, make something from these leaves now and
Make
help me.
something, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
If you found yourself inside the Big Boss house,
So when I was inside the big boss house, I would try and stay away from trouble and just like find one or two good people that I could connect with and just try and
basically you would want to
Um,
get evicted in the first week. Basically, you'd want to get evicted in the first week.
yeah, no, I
Because-
won't fight
Because
them.
only if you fight do you stay in that show. Okay, last one of this segment. If someone changed your gender,
If someone changed my gender, I would be pretty cool about it because somewhere when I was younger, I actually wanted to be. I thought it would be better being a guy, right? Because I think I always think that guys have it easier than us. We have like to go through, monthly. We have certain
Yeah.
things we go through. We
Yeah,
get to go through
absolutely.
childbirth. Yeah, as much
I mean,
as I wear all the
as
time, being a
basic
woman,
as basic as probably using the restroom also. So I mean,
yes,
at public
exactly.
places,
Yeah.
so it's
So I
so
feel
difficult
like
over
guys
there
have
because
lots of,
cleanliness and hygiene is also an issue at public places. But yes, I completely understand. So yes, I do agree with you over there. All right, which brings me to segment 10, which is called What Next. So Anjali, very quickly, in 30 seconds, you have to give us a pitch about what are you writing next and when can we expect it.
Okay. So I'm working on a fiction which is a family drama. And I've basically, to give a little bit of a hint, I really enjoyed the movie Kapoor and Sons. I was very intrigued by family dynamics that was explored there. And I want to that's what I'm trying to explore with my book. So family dynamics, not in a forced way, but just, because every family has a lot of secrets, issues.
And
things
when
that,
can we expect
people-
it to be completed?
Yeah, that's a great question. Hopefully soon. I'm working on it.
All right, so we're all looking forward to it, and
Yeah.
and sounds very interesting. Which brings me to my penultimate, no, actually not penultimate, but segment 11, which is joke time. So, as the name suggests, in joke time, Anjali, you have to either tell us a joke or you have to recount a very funny anecdote from your life.
Oh, okay. I'll do the latter anecdotes.
Sure.
I have many very funny anecdotes. So there was one week where all the random things that could happen to me were happening. So I was late for work. At that point, I worked in Lower Parel, and I don't know why. When
I have
was
also
night
worked in
shift-
Lower Parel. I also
Uh-huh.
worked in Lower Parel.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I was working at Kamla Mills and I had taken a train, right? And my train was just about to reach, but I was like, I'm so late. So I don't know why. Just before it would slow down, I jumped out of the train. I don't know why. You know why I did this? I fell down. So my pants got like a scratch and everything. And I was like, what the hell? And just as I I was like all upset. I was hurt also. But I was crying, And as I was walking, some camera crew came in front of me and they were like, Madam, aapka kya opinion hai on something? And I was like, can you look at me like that? Do you think I have opinion? And I was like, get away from me. And then that same week, I got some random eye infection. And then the doctor was like, you need to put eye drops in your eyes. And then the name of the eye drop was FML, which if you know what it stands for, I was just like, great. And then I went on a holiday towards the end of that week and I was on a Segway, which are usually easy to ride. But I fell off that Segway also and hurt myself on that same knee. So then I was just like, this is a wonderful week happening. And yeah, so that was my week.
See, because your knee got hurt so many times, possibly that's why you kept knee in the last part of your surname as well to make it Kirpalani. That's how you do it. Yeah. But an eventful week, to say, because you also went for a holiday and you also came on television. So eventful, right? So okay, that's interesting. And now we come to a penultimate segment, which is called segment 12, Zaban Sambhal Ke. So this is where you'll get the benefit. So we have 6 tongue twisters over here. You can choose any one. In a normal parlance, we ask our authors to say it 10 times, but because you have a benefit, you can just say it 5 times. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one would you like to take?
4.
Everyone takes 4. I don't know why. Everyone takes 4. Okay.
Smash bang in the middle, na?
So 4 is Tola Ram, Tala Tol Ke, Tel Mein Tal Gaya. Tola Ram, Tala Tol Ke, Tel Mein Tal Gaya.
तोला राम ताला तोल के तेल में तल गया, तोला राम ताला तोल के तेल में तल गया, तोला राम ताला तोल के तेल में तल गया, तोला राम ताला तोल के तेल में तल गया, तोला राम ताला तोल के तेल में तल गया.
Well done, well done, well done. You can clap yourself. Well done.
Yeah.
So you've got,
all my voiceover practice, I think all those exercises I did have helped.
Yeah, that's helped, and well done, because you got it absolutely correct. So well done. You've done well on Zaban Sambhal Ke. You also got the name of the personality correct. And eventually you also got one of our brain teasers right, so good job. Anjali, you've been having a good time here. So which brings me to our final segment, which is called TBB Shoutout. So in TBB Shoutout, Anjali, you just need to tell us how has your experience been working with the bookmakers, and what do you make out of the show Superstars with Suhail?
Yeah, I think the experience working with the bookmakers has been amazing, and I think what stands out for me is how innovative and creative you are, Suhail, actually, and your team, because you're always coming up with new initiatives. For case in point, this what we're doing right now, to highlight your authors and to get people to know who you're representing. So I feel like that kind of commitment and level of actually just wanting the best for your authors and wanting them to kind of get the spotlight is actually amazing. So I think I've been very impressed with all the various initiatives that you guys keep taking, and along with, of course, including your authors in literature events or any events that you kind of feel that your authors would be a good fit with. So I really do appreciate that. So I think the experience has been great, and I think keep at it. I think for you guys, and keep the creativity going, because I think you come up with very creative, innovative ways to promote your authors, and that's commendable. Yeah, very commendable.
And what do you think about the show?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I thought, because obviously as authors, and now I've been an author for a while, so you do a lot of interviews, and sometimes they tend to sometimes get a bit like monotonous routine where you're getting asked the same old questions, right? Yeah. So I feel like this was very different. I really didn't expect, you just don't know what to expect next, and it was fun, and I love. For me, humor is like my favorite thing, right? So absolutely. I had a great time.
But thank you so much for being a part of this session, and it's been wonderful collaborating with you on your book, and it's great working with you, and we'd love to continue doing that, and also keep our collaboration and search for that project as far as non-fiction is concerned. I know you and I keep on discussing that. I'm sure that will also happen along with the fiction book that you're writing. But thank you, and thank you for answering questions in a very candid manner. I think that really helped, and I think everyone who's watched this will enjoy it. So thank you so much for being a part of it, and I'd like to also thank our viewers for watching this show. I'll be back with another edition of Superstars with Suhail next week with another superstar. Till then, this is Suhail Mathur and Anjali Kirpalani signing off. Take care and cheers.
So can we do the star wave? Because we're stars, right?
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Anjali. Take care. Cheers. Bye. See you.